Hello, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing great. Many people were asking about the accommodation situation in the UK. So in this video, I will be talking to you about the private accommodation and on-campus accommodation, pros and cons, and how to book the private accommodation as well. So before getting into the video, I really hope you like all of my videos. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It will help me a lot. So let's not waste time and let's get into it. So the question comes, when should you start looking for accommodation? I suggest that you should start around 1.5 or 2 months before you travel to the UK, because you will then get time to research about your area, to decide where you want to live, to which property do you want to book. Do you need to live on campus or you can live private? So you will get that time to decide, you will get that time to compare the prices, and then you will have a certain property that you will book, and you know while you coming to UK that you are going to stay over the particular place. So I think 1.5 or 2 months before should be the right time to choose your accommodation and book it. Okay, so now coming on towards the pros and cons of living on private accommodation or living on campus accommodation. So I have listed down some of the pros as well as cons on both the sides. So I will be telling them down. Living in private accommodation. So I have listed down some of the things. The first is obviously it is cheaper. So you can get private accommodation much cheaper than on campus accommodation. Second is you might have a very good location in the city center or around the city center. The location might be very prime, and you might have great access to nearly anywhere in the city, but that might not be a very big problem if you live on campus as well, because there are city bus services and there are bus stands around campus as well. So yes, this might be one of the pros on living on campus, because the shops are near, different facilities are nearer. So yes, the third positive point or the third pro is that you don't have to share your house with random strangers if and only if you live or you decide to live with your friends. So like if you get a 2 or 3 bedroom house with friends, then it might be a great idea, and you can have a great deal for the cost as well, and you might not have to live with strangers and live with your friends and share kitchen, and yes, that could be a great point. Now I will be telling you about the cons of private accommodation. The first is the security part of the area where you live in. So before booking the private accommodation, you have to really search around the area, get the reviews from the internet or talking to people, that how the area is security wise, safety wise. So yes, that you have to check, and then you book the accommodation, no matter how cheap that is, but I think safety is more important. The second is that what if you don't have 3 or 4 friends to live with in private accommodation? So obviously you might have to share your house with 2 or 3 random strangers, or you might get an suite room in the corporate halls or private halls like student rooms or prime student living, etc. So they have the same layout as on campus accommodation, that one flat will contain of around 10 rooms which will have their own private bathroom, but one flat will only have one kitchen, so you might have to share kitchen with random strangers as well. But it is also the same as on campus, but on campus all of them are students, and maybe on private accommodation halls like prime student living there might be other people as well, but it's almost the same. So the third point is that you have to travel more to get to campus. So you don't know that how far away your accommodation is from the campus. So right now the lectures are online, so it might not be that big of a problem. But when the lectures start offline, then you have to travel daily, and that might be a bit of a problem. So to do anything which is related to academics or events, they usually happen on campus. They also happen off campus as well, but the on campus events happens, and then you have to manage time to travel here, or to even to attend some sports events, or to play or anything like that. You might have to travel to campus. So these were some of the pros and cons of private accommodation. You have to choose your priority, that if you want cheapest and you want to live, or you want to live with your friends on a private accommodation house, then it's your choice. So yes, it completely depends on you and your priorities. But yes, these were some of very few pros and cons which I think might be useful for you to help you decide on choosing private accommodation or living on campus. So now coming to the pros and cons of on-campus accommodation. So let's start with the pros. The pros are that you have more facilities like private bathroom and really maintained flats. So yes, you have some of the facilities, and the housekeeping comes to clean your kitchen and your flat every week. So yes, that part of the living on campus experience is quite nice. You don't have to worry about the cleanliness or anything that much, because every week that comes to clean, and you have more facilities as well. To be honest, having a private bathroom is a much bigger pros. So yes, the second point is it is very near and very convenient to get to your university. So to attend lectures or to attend sport events, to play football or to play volleyball or even table tennis, badminton, anything, everything is available on campus. So you can just walk 2 minutes and you can get over there. Even to attend certain events, you can just walk like 50 steps and you are there. So yes, living on campus experience is a much different experience than living in private accommodation, and you get to live with students. And yes, so that was one of the pros. The third is that you can do more activities, like go to play, go on the beach, or do certain facilities, or access to certain facilities like libraries on campus. So yeah, coming back to the cons of living on campus, the first is it is expensive, obviously, and the second is you have to travel a little bit to go to city center to buy groceries, to go to restaurants. There are restaurants and grocery store on campus as well, but the on-campus grocery store is not that big, and it is a little bit more expensive as well, and you cannot get every grocery that you need. So yes, you have to go to city center and buy your groceries, and yes, to roam around, to chill, you have to go to city. You have to travel a bit, but yes, there is bus stand and there are bus services, so you can get access to them as well. So the third point is that you have to share your kitchen, not your bathroom, but yes, you have to share your kitchen with your flatmates. It might be 6, it might be 7, it might be 8. You have to share it with them. So yes, this is kind of one of the cons that you can face living on campus, but it depends on your luck that how many flatmates you get. So it is not really very specific and not very certain. So yeah, I hope you will find it a little bit easier to decide between living on campus or living off campus, that is living in private accommodation. Also in private accommodation, you need to sometimes you need to worry about having a guarantor. It's not really necessary at every private accommodation property. It depends on the landlord, but yes, they might ask you about the guarantor, and yes, you have to think and you have to worry about the bills as well, and you have to manage your whole house on you. But here it's like on campus, it's like living in a hotel. You just have to look after your room and your bathroom and somewhat your kitchen as well. But yes, other than that, there is no problem or issues till now that I have faced. This was just my experience until now that I faced living on campus, and I have encountered some of the experience from my friends living on campus in private. So I have talked to them and did some research about living on campus, and these were a few points that is necessary that you need to know before deciding. I hope you find it helpful. So now the part comes how to book and how to search for your private accommodation. So it is not very hard, but it can be a lengthy process, because I can tell you that to get the perfect private accommodation, you have to be quick and you have to keep researching about and searching about your private accommodation on almost daily basis, and you have to start early. So yes, it's a first come first serve basis, obviously. So you need to start early and you need to keep looking at different websites. So some ways of finding the private accommodation are obviously searching on Google. You might find many websites and you can search on their website and get your private accommodation. The second is joining your university Facebook group. So search the name of your university on Facebook, and there might be many groups in it. So be a part of it, and there are offers of private accommodation on Facebook as well. So you can get a very decent room on Facebook as well. So yeah, these are two of the most important ways that you can get a pretty nice private accommodation property that you need. So now, if you have a bit of difficult time searching for your private accommodation and you need some help, then Movido has it covered for you. So Movido provides a very personal assistance to find your perfect private accommodation. So you can get 20% off on all the services in Movido by using my code and using my link. So Movido got it covered for you, and I think it's a very great service, and it might be really helpful for you as well. So that's it for today's video. I hope you get some of the insights and some of the pros and cons living on campus and living on private, and you got some helpful advice on where to find your private accommodation. So the pointers will be down in the description, and even the link for Movido and the code will be down in the description below. So please go check it out, and they have many more services as well. They can get you a SIM card, and they can get you even a personal assistance to find your private accommodation. So check out the website, and the link will be down in the description. It can be very helpful for you. So yes, thank you for watching this video. Any questions regarding accommodation, you can connect with me on Instagram, and you can comment down in the video. I reply to every comment and every DM on Instagram. So yes, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It will help me a lot. And please comment down what all problems you have and the topics that you might think that will be helpful for me to make a video on it. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, see you in the next one.